Hey everybody, this is Diane with Nanny's Crew, and this is part of my family. We have a YouTube channel called Nanny's Crew, and we wanted to share with you our neighbors, friends, family, classmates, co-workers, teammates, just your fellow human beings. We wanted to share with you what our feelings are right now on this racial divide that we are all experiencing.
Hi everybody, this is Ron from Nanny's Cruise. Just sitting out on a gorgeous day outside on the deck, just relaxing, and just wanted to kind of express my views about what's going on in society as far as racism, and it's just a hard thing to understand because this is a black person's whole life basically dealing with that every day. There's a lot of other things in this world that we have to deal with just like everybody else, but on top of everything, we have to deal with that stuff. And, it just doesn't make any sense because, it's not that hard. It's just, treat people like you want to be treated and, the world would be a better place, but it's just too hard for some people to understand that. And, here I am, I'm in my mid 60s. I've been dealing with this, like I said, earlier all my life. And the thing, as I was a young man, I didn't think I was going to live to be 20 years old because of, the everyday fear of seeing what was going on around you. You just wonder if you're going to be the next one. And that's the thing that, nobody should ever have to deal with. And, a lot of people just don't understand that because they don't live in our shoes. But it's it's coming to a head now, and there's a lot of things going on that I think is going to start getting things turned around again. We're fighting for our lives, and we just have to stay strong and keep pushing on, and be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem. As we've heard so many times over the years. Because my grandkids are coming up in this world dealing with the same thing that I had to deal with as a youth. What kind of stuff is that? It's just heartbreaking, because, I worked hard, I raised my kids, my grandkids, doing my part to make this world a better place, and, and it still isn't. Progress, yes, but it's not better. People get upset because people kneeling, and it's not any disrespect against the flag. I'm a veteran. I enlisted in the military. I didn't get drafted, so I wanted to do something for my country. I'm a Vietnam vet. I didn't actually fight in the war, but I enlisted so that I could be there for my country. But our country sometimes don't make us feel that we're wanted.
Hi. Well, I'm sharing my thoughts with you. My heart is heavy for so many reasons surrounding all this racial tension. This is nothing new in our lives, though. As Black people, we have actually lived our whole lives surrounded by racism. And we may not talk about it. Nobody wants to talk about that all the time, but we're burdened with it, and we have to overcome it every day. We know that we are no different than anyone else. We celebrate our differences, our skin color, our cultural backgrounds, but there's nothing negative. There's no negative connotation around those. My greatest fear during this time is that because of the police brutality that's been going on, I fear for my husbands, my sons, my grandsons, my brothers, who have I left out? I fear for all Black males' lives, just leading their normal everyday life. And it's not all police by any means. I want to protect our good police. I want to support them. We have family members who are on the police force, and I pray for them daily. We have devastating stories of our daily lives that we could share with you, but we're not looking for sympathy. We're looking for empathy, and we are asking for your help. We need you to stand up and voice your opinion. You know, join in with us in our protest. We need you. And most of all, we just want it to stop. We just want the ignorance, the racism, the hate to stop.
Hi, this is Rita from Nanny's crew, and I am absolutely disgusted with the state of our country right now, and I feel like it's time to move forward. It's time for change. And what bothers me the most is that I have boys that are brown boys, and black and brown people are not treated fairly. They're not equal. We are not equal. And I think it's way past time that people see us as people and not as a color. It bothers me that the same race will go tanning to get skin the color that matches mine, but wants to kill us for having the color that they desire to have. It bothers me that our black boys and girls are at risk for just going jogging, for just living, for walking, for having fun. I shouldn't have to fear or be concerned that my boys won't make it home, or that my daughter will get pulled over and be beaten, because a change needs to be made. I hope everybody gets out and votes, because it has to stop. It absolutely has to stop. It's ridiculous, it's sickening, and it causes not only division but more hatred from all races, because we don't know who to look at as decent or good or fair. We don't know until we know, until something happens. So I would really encourage everybody to find a fight and fight it. Whatever stance you want to stand up for, whether it's equality, whether it's to stop the police brutality, whether it's being decent, whatever it is that you find that there's a fight worth fighting for, do it. We all have a voice, and we have to use it. At this state, we're not okay. We will not continue to be oppressed. We will not continue to be killed. We're not having it. It is over. And do something positive. Do something that's going to affect change and change the standard that is set for our country. This is disgusting that we are here over 400 years later. That you take into consideration what you do, what you say, because
I've been sitting here fighting for the right words to say. I could reiterate words that have been said before, but I think that's been overdone. Things that are working is when black and white people decided to get together. It set a fire that needed to be set. It made people with more sense that were probably sitting back and trying to figure out what they were going to do, or maybe just trying to stay out of the way. Stand up and actually put some action behind their words. It made people start to think, what is wrong and what can we do? Because we see our children out here, and they are trying their best to cry out and let people know that there is a problem. This is nothing new. I think any black man of significant age has had a run-in with the police that really could have went wrong, or that did go wrong, or that there was racial charged in the midst of the stop. You might have been for a traffic ticket. It might have been for no reason at all. We've all experienced it, so it's definitely nothing new. But the thing is that we have to do something to change. So I applaud the groups that are starting to look at an organization that can police the police and make sure that they cannot misuse black and brown people and people of our color without consequence, without somebody holding them accountable. Because right now it's set up where they kind of hold themselves accountable, and that really does not make sense if you really think about it. So I'm very grateful for the people that are pushing. I'm praying for you. I'm with you all the way. I do not see the use of senseless looting, but I am grateful for those who tried to cry out the best they could and say that this is not what we're going to stand for. We are not going for this. We are not taking it anymore. And I think the older people, the people with more maturity that could take it to the next level, has picked it up and are getting ready to carry us where we need to go. So I'm very grateful for those of you that are carrying that torch. I actually want to be more involved and talk with the people who are making decisions and help them ask the right questions, because I believe if nothing else, I have the right questions. But to everyone, I pray peace for your household. I'm very sorry for everyone that has lost someone to senseless violence, may it be by the police or may it be by someone else. But I'm very grateful for this period of time because I see us coming together, and I know that together we can triumph.
Hey everyone, we just want to hop on real quick for Nanny's crew. Just say a couple of words. There's a lot of unrest and a lot of things going on in our society, obviously between Black Lives Matter and also with the pandemic. But I am optimistic. I'm seeing a lot of people stepping up, not only joining the protest, but using their voice for good, which is really key. Because if you can reach out to one person, that person can reach out to somebody else, and so on. Not going to get too deep at all, but don't let things rest. Don't let this subside. It's really important. So just keep the fight going. Do what's right, and help your brother in. So, all right.
So I have really been thinking the last couple weeks, just as a wife of a strong, wonderful, loving, amazing Black man, and the wife and the mother of a beautiful biracial daughter, just everything that has been going on with the Black Lives Matter movement. I'm just really, really encouraged to hear people speaking up and advocating for Black lives, and really, understanding the issue at hand. It gives me a lot of hope with what I'm seeing. I mean, I know that there's also been, other things happening, but I think overall the efforts and the movements by folks are it's amazing. It's encouraging. I know there's still a long ways to go, but I just want to encourage everyone to continue to use their voice. Go out and vote. Understand who's running for office. We need to get the right people in the office to hear everything that we're, advocating for, and that can put those changes into motion from the top down. So please go vote. And I just encourage, especially all of my white friends and family members, to continue to listen, continue to educate yourself, continue to support, your friends, your neighbors, strangers, everyone in the Black community. They need us right now. They need to hear our voices for them, and they need to understand that we love them and we're behind them 100%. I know I am. I'm still learning and trying to think of ways into which I can use my voice. But I just, I love my family. I love my husband. I love my daughter, and I love all of my husband's family. And Black Lives Matter, and I will do everything I can to make sure that my voice is heard.
Quote from Michelle Obama is what my granddaughter Michelle submitted as her voice of how she's feeling during this time. She's a big fan of Michelle Obama's, and she's actually busy doing her MBA homework, so she couldn't take part in our video. But she really feels that Michelle Obama captured her feelings here.
Hi, Nanny's crew. I always like to say a couple words on my side of view of what I see that's happening in the world. First, I would just like to start off by saying I don't think it's fair what's happening to the Black people and like what the white people are doing. But I would also like to say that you can't judge people based off of one group of people. Like, some Black people think all cops are bad because a group of them are racist. But it's not fair to the cops that's the way that we are thinking. But there also is a side that white people think all Black people are thugs, and that's just the way it is, but we're really not. And I really don't think that's fair, but I think we have to do what we have to do and step together, and we got to build up together, because everybody starts from nothing. Nobody is born into racism. Nobody's born racist. But the way you're raised, some people are raised, it's not right on how they see colored people in the world. So those are just a couple of words of what I'm thinking and what goes on in my head about the whole situation of what's happening.
With all this craziness going on around the world, I feel like it would be appropriate for us to tell you our perspective of what's going on. Personally, I feel like there are a lot of things being done right, but at the same time, there are a lot of things being done wrong. Like, there are protests, which are a good thing, but some people are taking the protests a little too far, by like using violence instead of being peaceful with it. And I feel like that's not really something that should be done. And yeah, Black Lives Matter.
I don't think that it's right that like some adults, they have to teach their kids, the little kids that are like 7 or under, even any age, honestly, that stay away from police, do the right thing, do certain specific things just because you're Black or just because you're a different race than white. Black lives do matter.
It's bad to hate people because of their color.